What happens when two country stars, each with their own loyal fan base, turn a music festival into a battleground? In today's world, celebrity feuds don't just play out on stage, they spill into social media, shape reputations, and sometimes even affect careers. And the story of Zach Bryan and Gavin Adcock is the perfect example of how pride, public image, and personal grudges collide in the spotlight. Bryan and Adcock's latest confrontation wasn't on a podcast or a Twitter feed, it happened live, at the Born and Raised Festival in Pryor, Oklahoma, on September 13th. Imagine being there, thousands of fans waiting for music, and suddenly the drama unfolds right in front of them. Moments before Adcock, 26, was set to perform, the two singers faced off at the festival grounds. The altercation, captured on camera and shared online, spread like wildfire. In the clip, Zach Bryan, 29, is seen standing on one side of a wire fence, glaring at Adcock. Bryan calls out, "Hey, do you want to fight like a man? Come open the gate." Adcock doesn't back down. He steps closer, only for Bryan to push the fence toward him aggressively. Adcock then added fuel to the fire online. Over the video, he wrote, "When you get death threats from Zach Bryan before you headline in his hometown." His caption was just as mocking, "Eat a Snickers, bro." Another angle, posted to Facebook, shows Bryan actually trying to scale the fence to reach Adcock. Security stepped in quickly, pulling Bryan back, while a bodyguard escorted Adcock away from the chaos. But here's where things get interesting. Many fans weren't convinced by what they saw. One viewer commented, "He scaled a barbed wire fence, and you didn't do S and hid behind security. This lil clip ain't fooling anybody." Adcock shot back, saying he had a responsibility to the crowd, had a show to play for Oklahoma. Wasn't going to jail over that psycho. Now, let's pause here. This isn't just about two guys fighting. Think of it like this: in everyday life, we've all had situations where someone tried to provoke us. At work, at school, even with neighbors, the real question is, do you take the bait? Or do you walk away to protect what actually matters? Adcock, whether you like him or not, framed himself as the one choosing the stage over the scuffle. Of course, this clash didn't come out of nowhere. The bad blood between Bryan and Adcock has been building for months. Back in July, Adcock publicly criticized Bryan for how he treated a teenage fan online. On X, formerly Twitter, Adcock wrote, "If you can't handle the criticism of a 14-year-old, why do people idolize you? That kid was head over heels to meet you. He's got feelings too, and you're nearly 30. They're the only reason you are around." Bryan's since deleted reply only escalated things. He dismissed the idea, saying fans aren't entitled to constant access after a 2.5-hour performance. He ended the post with the acronym GOMD, short for Get Off My D. Adcock later spoke about the exchange on Rolling Stone's Nashville Now podcast in August, saying the problem wasn't autographs or photos. His issue was with how Bryan reacted to a kid. "It wasn't about not wanting to sign autographs," Adcock explained. "It's like letting a 14-year-old kid rant without saying, 'Get off my D.' You're bigger than that." He went further, accusing Bryan of wearing a big mask for the public. "Sometimes he can't help but rip it off and show his true colors. I don't know if Zach Bryan's really that great of a person. So what can we actually learn from all of this?" On the surface, it looks like just another celebrity feud. But if you look deeper, it's about the way image, pride, and responsibility intersect. Bryan leaned into emotion and aggression, while Adcock leaned into public narrative, casting himself as the calm professional who wouldn't risk jail for a fight. And here's a real-world takeaway: most of us aren't famous country singers, but we all deal with conflict. The lesson? Think about the bigger picture before reacting. Is it worth burning bridges at work over an argument? Is it worth responding to an online insult in anger? Often, walking away protects your goals more than fighting does. In the end, the Bryan vs. Adcock saga is bigger than two country stars shouting across a fence. It's a reminder that in an age where everything gets recorded, how you handle conflict might matter even more than the conflict itself.